Netflix's Hollywood gamble on Meghan Markle went from a tabloid sensation to an unmitigated disaster so spectacular it's now a case study in celebrity excess, self-destruction, and streaming industry denial. With Season 2 of With Love Meghan crashing and burning in public view, the world isn't just watching Meghan Markle's latest humiliation. They're watching the implosion of what was once hyped as a $100 million global storytelling revolution. And as this latest chapter unfolds, every detail is spicier and more jaw-dropping than the last. A viral drama that's equal parts cringe and chaos, with the stakes only getting higher. Netflix, after months of insisting that everything was fine and hiding behind PR gloss, is now reeling. Executives Greg Peters, Ted Sarandos, and their inner circle spent the summer smirking through investor calls and touting growth. But under the surface, industry insiders say there's nothing but stress, panic meeting, frantic attempts to spin numbers, and a feverish desire to contain the fallout. Markle's deal was supposed to be a turning point, a fresh brand-defining move for a streamer facing fierce competition and flat subscriber number. Instead, it's become an albatross, a meme, and a warning to every other studio. Star power without substance only leads to ridicule. The timeline of disaster is relentless. Season 1 of With Love Meghan was already divisive, but Season 2 took what little goodwill was left and set it ablaze. Critics that once hedged their reviews with talk of potential turned savage, laying into the new episodes for being even more self-indulgent, shallow, and vapid than before. Even the news outlets typically friendly to Netflix couldn't find an angle to salvage the show. Review after review called the season unwatchable, with social media echoing in kind. Viewership collapsed, and the show quickly earned the dubious honor of being branded one of the platform's worst-performing originals in years. Yet this isn't just about ratings, or even about a failed celebrity vehicle. Meghan Markle, it seems, has decided that when facing a setback, the only way out is to double down, always on her terms, always with her rules. That defiance is now the root of her professional implosion. Enter NBC, a network that once seemed to offer Meghan her post-Netflix escape route, a new game show hosting gig, a rare second chance at TV legitimacy after the streaming train wreck. For NBC execs, Markle represented a high-risk, high-reward play. If she could bring her brand, for better or worse, maybe she could bring her global audience too. But what started as hush-hush negotiations rapidly turned toxic. Why? Because Markle, unable or unwilling to play Hollywood's most basic game, confidentiality and timing, decided her personal narrative mattered more than an ironclad contract. In the middle of a sensitive, tightly crushed negotiation, she filmed and edited a full-blown social media campaign with a video that bragged about the not-yet-finalized NBC deal, spoiled key details, and was set to drop on Instagram before signatures even dried. NBC's instructions were clear: do not hint, do not leak, do not breathe a word. But Meghan, obsessed with controlling the discourse and hungry for attention after her Netflix drubbing, ignored all caution. Here's where it gets truly wild. Meghan's own agent, realizing the calamitous risk, did the unthinkable and threw her under the bus to save the project. They went straight to NBC higher-ups, showing email trails, video cuts, and time-stamped evidence of Markle's intent to break the deal's strict secrecy. NBC's reaction was immediate. Outraged at the betrayal and utterly shocked by the recklessness, they told Meghan flatly that their confidence in her had been shattered. The deal wasn't off, yet, but her chances for a career lifeline were rapidly fading. What did Meghan do when confronted? In true Markle style, she blamed everyone but herself. There was no apology, only indignation. "You're overreacting. My video would have given the show great publicity." At every turn, she saw accountability as an attack, and creative independence as a license to burn bridges. It's not an isolated incident either. Netflix insiders say this same pattern repeated for years. Meghan fought with execs, ignored feedback, tried to structure projects her way, and clashed with any attempt to rein in her vision. The show NBC was developing for her, meanwhile, was tailor-made for spectacle, an over-the-top game show set on a human chessboard, with contestants literally acting out the roles of pawns, knights, and queens, all under Meghan's would-be reign as the host. Big personalities, big drama, and big build-up, until Markle's impulsiveness torched the secrecy designed to make the launch a surprise. NBC's strategic roadmap, crafted for maximum 2025 to 2026 hype, was shredded by one rogue influencer-style announcement. This catastrophic leak confirmed every bad feeling swirling around Markle in industry circles. She's unable to follow the rules. She believes every contract is negotiable, every boundary bendable, every project at the mercy of her personal truth. Executives invest millions to create mystery, anticipation, and control. Meghan's social reveals make all of that impossible in a single, narcissistic Instagram drop. The personal toll? Markle's relationship with her agent and manager, the people paid to guide and protect her career, is reportedly demolished. Furious at what she calls betrayal, she is rumored to be shopping for new representation, blaming her own team for not standing by her in the face of career crisis. Yet those same advisors may have saved her from industry suicide. They caught her red-handed, tried to prevent an even bigger NBC scandal, and pulled the emergency brakes on a decision that, if executed, would have blacklisted Markle overnight. Meghan Markle's pattern is now Hollywood's open secret. Projects implode under the weight of her micromanaging. Contracts crumble because she oversteps. Career opportunities vanish because she thinks publicity is always a plus, regardless of the damage. The very qualities that once made her a lightning rod for attention, a relentless, go-anywhere, break-any-rule style, now make her radioactive. For Netflix, the costs aren't just PR blemishes. Season 2 of With Love, Meghan isn't only a critical disaster. The ratings are historically low, with some outlets calling it a career ender. Advertisers are quietly pulling sponsorship, steering clear of a brand gone toxic. Even Netflix, an industry leader with tolerance for weirdness, can't spin this as anything but a humiliating, expensive miss. The real sabotage, however, isn't just Markle's. It's what she's doing to the entire content ecosystem. Her controversy equals clicks strategy has triggered a wider domino effect. Executives are now wary of celebrity-led projects, especially those spearheaded by personalities with a my way or the highway record. Staffers dread working on Markle vehicles, knowing they could be blamed or thrown out the bus for the next misfire. Industry old hands are whispering that she has become untouchable, the kind of liability no studio, network, or streamer wants unless they're truly desperate for any attention, however negative. What's saddest, and perhaps juiciest, is that Meghan Markle is still blind to her own undoing. She continues to insist the world misunderstands her, even as the industry shrinks away and critics, fans, and former allies alike unite in disappointment. As the attachment transcript outlines, Markle destroyed her NBC shot in one Instagram-sized fit of impatience. She's busy trying to spin the fallout, while everyone around her quietly agrees. She had every advantage, every opportunity, every big break, but chose headlines over humility and self-glorification over discipline. And when Meghan's brand finally dries up, don't expect Hollywood to stick around. Gone are the days when star power and authentic voice would save a project from criticism and cancellation. In a digital era where audiences can roast a celebrity's manufactured realness in under 60 seconds and rival platforms are one click away, the grace period is over. In the end, Netflix and NBC, two of the most influential brands in entertainment, may be remembered less for making Markle a multimedia sensation, and more for proving that relentless self-promotion and rule-breaking only accelerate Hollywood downfalls in the age of instant viral drag. Meghan Markle didn't just sabotage her own career, she torched the old playbook for streaming and network deals along the way. One Instagram post, one broken NDA, and a string of spectacular own goals. This is not just a Hollywood crisis, but a warning shot every power player in the industry can hear. Meghan's unraveling is now as bingeable as any true crime saga. Except this time, the cautionary lesson isn't about villains or unsolved mysteries. It's about what happens when a star lets ego write checks her career can't cash. So, as Markle's Netflix chapter nears its end, and NBC's chessboard show likely finds a new host, the real narrative is set in stone. Self-sabotage isn't just a personal flaw, it's a career killer, and in Hollywood, the audience is always watching, waiting, and ready to move on.